Guys, Ed back with you, top of the line training. First of all, let me apologize for the noise right next to freeway out here in this land. Testing the Ron Hood Hoodlum Knives. Went ahead and got my Baco Laplander saw, processed a little bit of wood. Can't say enough about this Baco Laplander saw. I have a video on my channel. Check out the click on the eye up there, the information circle for my video. It'll take you a direct link right to it. Again, the Ron Hood Hoodlum. This is pretty much dry wood right here. I mean, just fresh cut wood, actually. Stud on the edge here. This is all factory edge. I have not done anything to this at all. Just checking my area here, guys. Some land that's close by home. It's up for sale. You never know, we might wander up on you. Nice piece of flat wood here. Make a spoon, spatula, and I'll save that later for a spatula carving. Baton, split wood's a real nice knife. Big for a fine carving task, as you can see, but it will do the job. This is all you have. Got the churl so you can choke up on it. So look at a feather stick maybe here. Again, this is factory edge, but that's just a real quick, you know, I'm not here to make a fancy art feather stick, you know, but they are pretty neat when you get a nice piece of soft wood and you can shave it down, make a nice feather stick that you can hit usually with just a ferrule rod and it'll go up. But anyway, this is just a demo of this knife right here, the Ron Hood Hoodlum 5160 carbon steel. Real nice knife, real nice knife. I like it. Also, you can take the blade, put the knife in the sheath, secure it down. Everything's getting muddy as hell out here. It's place is wet. But anyway, you can take this, and it's supposed to be like a hammer, if you will, and hammer something into the ground. So I'm going to take one of those sticks, sharpen it up a little bit, and see how that works. That was hammering, you know, just a little demo of the hammering of the pommel. You know, you could hammer in tent stakes, hulls and whatnot, you know, walnut hulls, or whatever you're trying to break up, come in handy. This is the field test of the Ron Hood Hoodlum Knife by Buck Knives. Did a little chopping with it, a little bit of batoning, whittling, hammering. Stay tuned. I'm going to chop a little bit more here, and we'll see how it does. Be right back with you. All right, guys, it's that top of the line training. I'm just going to chop that limb down there with the Ron Hood Hoodlum Knife by Buck Knives, and let's just see what it does on something like that. All right, I think it did a pretty good job there, no problem at all. Again, this is just the factory edge of this thing. I have not sharpened it at all. I will get it on the wicked edge and see how sharp I can get it. So stay tuned with me. I got one more test to do, and I'll show you that in a minute. Head back with you, top of the line training. Last test for me today is the ferro rod test. See how this thing throws sparks. I can tell you right now it'll throw sparks no problem. I've done it. I've used this now for probably, I don't know, a couple of months. I've had it for a while. I never used it. I had it sitting around, so I figured I'd try it out. Went out, used it for a couple of weeks, cutting wood, chopping wood, splitting wood, batoning, whittling. It is a little difficult on some of the finer tasks, like I said, but it works well. You can still manage cutting things, you know. Let me show you the ferro rod test. I got the big 6-inch ferro rod. Here it goes. I don't know if you can see those or not. I'm pushing. I'll pull. Pulling seems to work a little better. Checking up the ferro rod there. There we go, get some of the stuff off the wood there. It's coated. No problem. Also, one other note. You have this little groove here. And what that's used for is, I can't think of the damn word right now, scoring the wood. Now Ron Hood talks about, when he talks about his knife here in this slide, he talks about using it for bone marrow. He likes bone marrow for soup and whatnot. And he gets scores the bone here and then cracks it with this and breaks the bone apart and stuff and gets the marrow out. But I suppose you could score just about anything that would need that and hit it, and it would break it. But also, another note for this knife would be in the form of a Bowie knife. And I've showed that with the Hudson Bay knife. Just, you don't have the back cut edge, but you can use the front spine, as you were, not the front spine. You can use the spine for just whacking, you know, and then the blade for the swipe cuts or the snipe cuts, you know, like so. Just sniping those hands coming in. So it's a nice big blade. All right, guys, Ed, Top of the Line Training. I'm just gonna go ahead and demo this Ron Hoodlum Knife field test. I'm gonna chop this limb here. I've already done some chopping, but we'll just see how it goes here. Make sure you got that. See that in the camera, all right? Sure, when you're chopping and stuff, you don't swing around, hit your leg. Be a bad day. Start on the end here. As you can see, working very well. Go back to the slot I was on before. All right, guys, going to go ahead and give you a close-up. A little bit of a knot here, as you can see. Just going to see if I can pound through it. It's not. All right. I'm not sure this on camera. Then again, I might. go. All right, guys, Ed back with you, top of the line training. Just out doing a field test with the Ron Hoodlum knife made by Buck Knives. It's made of 5160 carbon steel. The blade is coated. I believe the blade is about 12 inches to 13 inches long, but don't quote me on that yet. I'll have to check that. I'll get back to you. If I don't, I'll put it in the description below. The handle's made of Micarta. It has this nice pummel on the end, not only for skull cracking, but definitely like walnut holes and things like that you want to crush up. It would work very well for that. Again, the handles are made of Micarta. The fit of it is very nice, feels very good, very balanced. And going back to that, this would make a very good woodsman knife, bushcraft knife, woodcraft knife, whatever you want to call it. It is a little large, and so for that reason, I guess 1 out of 10 stars, I'll give it about a 7 star, maybe 7.5, somewhere in that range, only because of the length of the blade. Even though you have the churl here to get back and do finer carving, it is hard getting the balance of the blade and what you're cutting and what you're trying to do. You definitely, I'm not saying you couldn't, but I don't know if I could carve a fish hook or something like that out of this with this. If this is all you had, it's all you have, and you're going to make do with what you can do with it. But as a bushcraft knife overall, for batoning, chopping, large whittling, like, you know, feather sticks and such, no problem at all. No problem at all. Game, I have not used this on any game, skinning or anything like that. On deer and such, probably be fine. Rabbit, things like that. You can definitely quarter the animal, no problem. But skinning it out, I don't know. But, you know, really, like rabbit, you'd only need a little cut anyways. Get the fur off of it. Same thing with squirrel and most game. But you could make it work if you had to. But like I said, for chopping, whittling, feather sticking, batoning, no problem. This thing is rock solid. I've been beating the living hell out of it over the past month. I come out just about every weekend and try to do something with it, just to see if I can break it, just to see what it can do. And it's held up very well. As well, not only for bushcraft, it's definitely a good self-defense knife. As far as the Bowie type knife fighting, snipe cuts, sniping cuts are basically you're coming in with a thrust or some kind of forward backhand or forward strike, and you snipe that hand coming in like so, causing a cut or injury to their hand, dropping their weapon, if not as well blocking. But that's another story, and that story is pretty soon here, as soon as the weather breaks, I'm going to start a blade series or a martial arts series on primarily knife fighting, knife defense, if there is such a thing, knife handling, as well as some stick work. We'll do single and double stick, we'll do double blade, long and short, things like that. It'll be a nice long series of spread out over the summer, and it's going to be a step-by-step learning, teaching points, learning methods, or teaching methods for you to learn in increments. So you know, I'm not overloading you with a bunch of stuff, but definitely, like this blade here would definitely work well with the defensive knife, things like so. And you know, just straightforward It's really nice balance, feels really good in the hand. If I had to take one knife, would this be it? No. No, I wouldn't. There's several, you know, I would get this blade down to probably about 6 inches maybe. Other than that, I really like this knife a lot. Really nice for a large knife. The sheath, you have different, you know, there's a couple ways you can carry it. On the hip like so, and then it also extends up for like a dangler position. Both are good. I've been just trying out this hip carry today, but I'll get more into the sheath later. But anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to do a couple more tasks with this, and you know, see what we can do with it, see if we can break it, and give you a grade on it. But like right now, as far as I'm concerned, it's about a 7.5. It's made very well. It's very sturdy, strong, feels really good. All I can really say is positive about it. The only negative, like I said, is the length of the blade. With that being said, stay with me, and I'll be right back to you with some more cutting and chopping with the Ron Hood Hoodlum knife. Stay tuned. All right, Ed back with the chopper line training, doing a field test with the Ron Hood Hoodlum knife. What I'm going to do is try to cut down this tree using the knife. As far as chopping tasks go, no question, you can handle them. All right, stay tuned with me, and I'm going to do a couple little demos here on the tree of some self-defense moves, just to give you an idea of how you could practice with this. Of course, anytime you practice any kind of martial arts, self-defense, especially with a live blade, definitely you want to go slow, and you want to make sure you know what the hell you're doing so you don't cut yourself. I highly recommend, instead of using this blade or something like this, before you do, make sure it's a trainer, it's dull. Make sure you have a trainer, or the knife you're using is completely dull, or better yet, just get a stick of the same length, and you can use that in the same fashion until you learn how to handle something like it. Let me make sure we're in camera view here, guys. Let me set it up and I'll be right back to you. Alright guys, just cutting away here using the X stripe, if you will, like so. Cutting for the neck here and the neck here. If I happen to hit the shoulder, hit the face, I hit the side of the head, that's fine too. Doesn't matter what I'm hitting. Coming through, working the rib cage, straight down, thrust, slash, thrust, slash. All right, guys, this is Ed, top of the line training. Doing a demo with the Ron Hood Hoodlum Knife by Buck Knives. Make sure you check this knife out if you're looking for a good woodsman knife of long blade. Definitely one of the better ones that I've found. I give it a 7.5 for overall capabilities based on the length of the blade. You're going to be limited in fine carving. I've tried carving some things with it. You might be able to carve a spoon or a spoon handle. Other than that, stick to the chopping, the batoning. cutting down trees if you need to. Hey, I just demonstrated it. It does work. So, guys, I appreciate. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Also, comment. Give me some comments. Give me some feedback. What do you think about the Ron Hood Hoodlum Knife? Also, you know, would you like to see me do more things with it? That being said, you know, if you want to say something constructive, negative, go ahead. I don't care. That's fine. I will not delete it. But you don't know. You don't need to start, you know, barraging me with a bunch of F-bombs and all this, and I'm stupid and all this. I'm testing the knife, guys. I'm testing the knife. I wanted to see, and I wanted to show what it could do. Would I do this if I was in a survival situation? No. And also, really, how many of you been in a survival situation? If you have, let me know about it. Tell me what you did. What was the circumstances? If not, it's all hypothetical anyway. We're preparing, if we are in a survival situation, that we can know how we can use what we have to continue to survive on a defensive manner, self-defense manner, as well as, you know, basic survival of shelter, fire, and all those things that go along with daily living. Anyway, make sure you share this video, pass it on. Again, this is the Ron Hood Hoodlum Knife. Main thing, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'll be back. Like I said, look for the martial art series of knife fighting and stick fighting using those weapons, and I'll be passing a lot of knowledge along to you. Until then, stay tuned. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. This is Ed, Top of the Line Training, out.